Alright, this is Sarah.
This is Mark.
And since Mini Maker Faire, which was about 3.5 weeks ago, we've been preparing for the big Maker Faire, which is just on the horizon. We've had a bunch of stuff come in the mail as of late. We've been getting boards in from OSH Park. We have Rev D now of the brains in. We got 20 of them.
Yep. And
we got RS 485 boards. We also got a Rev B in of the LED boards. And Mark made some changes to those as well. In addition to that, we've had to make the honeycomb bases, 2 more of the bases that all the robots actually sit inside of. So I had to go to Sin Shop and cut those out with Jeff, our shop bot master, and he helped me work that machine and get our designs cut out. We revised them a little bit since last time. They have 3 layers now. There's like a bottom layer, and then there's a space that's about 1/2 inch thick, and then there's like the honeycomb with the rings on top.
Yeah.
So basically we can fit all of our wires and stuff inside those 2 layers so that they're away from any of the Delta's arms and they won't get snagged or pulled or anything. And it also keeps them from falling straight through to the bottom and getting like caught underneath while they're being moved in and out of the car and transportation. And, you know, you don't want the boards being crushed or anything, so it's a better design. But yeah, we started painting them today. Since the last one that we did for the original 10 robots took so long to prime and paint, we were like, hey, let's use a paint sprayer. It'll be like so much faster and stuff. We'll just like aim and like shoot them with paint and it'll just be done, right? It seemed like a good idea.
Yeah.
And
that turned into a
catastrophe.
A catastrophe, like a comedy show.
Yeah,
catastrophe.
We made like a little spray booth in Mark's garage with plastic sheets, and we hung them up all night, right?
Yeah, we suspended them up.
We hung them like meat from the rafters, and we borrowed his dad's paint sprayer, and it, for whatever reason, it might have been clogged or something, but it was shooting out about as much paint as a airbrush. You know, it was like no more than a can of spray paint.
Yeah.
And then
so yeah, it was not. We were not getting coverage on the paint. Would have taken like hours doing that method with a loud compressor and all that.
So we went and Mark had some like drywall sprayer.
Yeah, I have a drywall, the texture hopper. So it's an upside down spray. Yeah, I thought I could do like spray the paint on with a texture paint gun, which sprays. Like drywall material to texture your wall. So I figured, well, it sprays, so let's try this. And it did splatter it out like it was trying to texture it. So that ended up being kind of messy. That was a learning lesson.
It was a fiasco. So yeah, don't use
We're not painters, or don't use us for your painting tasks. We're horrible at it.
Ooh, yeah. Once those are dry and everything, we're going to bring them back into our war room, which we have this big, like 8-foot long table set up in there right now. And we're going to clear everything off of it, all of our components and stuff, and we're going to put all 3 lattices with the 30 robots on top of it and start developing with them. So from Mini Maker Faire into the next, the big Maker Faire, we kind of decided that we need to have a more crowd-friendly demo because there's going to be more people like passing by the booth. And right now we have a Connect demo where all of the robots will track 1 person's hand. We want to bump that up to 3 so that if 3 different hands are being tracked, the robots will be like divided into 3 random groups and they'll move around according to whatever individual's controlling them. And then, as if we didn't have enough work to do in the past, like 3 weeks, we had a tiny little lull over the weekend where we're waiting for components and boards and stuff to come in the mail. So I decided to take on another project because I'm stupid or crazy or I don't know. But hindsight, I'm glad that it's done. we decided to come up with an entry for the Hackaday Sci-Fi Contest, which they held. And I think today's the last day that you can submit entries and everything. But anyhow, we made the Fifth Element stones from the movie. They're props, but they actually work the little like pieces at the top, like
Little
open.
things pop out, little three little things.
And they light up their corresponding colors. So we made mood lighting for the living room, which is awesome.
Yeah, they ended up using a whole roll of 3D filament.
Yes.
So yeah, I CAD'd them up. I made them all in CAD, and then fit them into our printer, cut them into chunks that were printable, and then we stacked them up after they were printed. I used like the 10% infill option to use as little plastic as possible, and they still burned through a whole entire roll of ABS, which was amazing.
And the prints were scary. We printed like rather large, whole, solid chunks of the stones. So they were like 9-hour-long prints, which were like, please don't fail or fog or something.
Yeah, kick it on before bedtime, and then when I wake up in the morning, the printer's still like at 96%, like still going, which was amazing. But yeah, they all printed without any problems.
Yeah.
So that was all good.
And they look great. So I textured them, I primed them, and then used like my savvy painting techniques to make them look stone textured, and they turned out pretty nice. And we took some artsy photos and posted them. I'm pretty happy with.
Yeah, they came out really nice.
But yeah, so we've got like 2.5 weeks left until Maker Faire. So hopefully we see some of you guys there, and you stop by the booth and say hi and introduce yourselves.
I'd love to see you.
We'd love to thank you, and come see the kids. You help make them happen.
That's
so
right.
Thank you. And we'll see you there.
See you. Ah!